Welcome to the Your Home Sold Guaranteed radio show, where you get advice you can trust, from the latest real estate trends to the best mortgage rates, from curb appeal to home warranty. This is the show that will help you save and make the most money when it comes to buying or selling your most valuable asset. Now, here's your host, broker and founder of Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty of Florida, Rick Kendrick.
Well, happy Sunday morning, everybody. It's Rick Kendrick with the Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty Show. So just to let you know, we want to bring listeners the latest real estate topics and market data. More importantly, what goes on the market every day. I hope this information that we provide you makes a lot of sense to you, because we're here to help you out. But before we start off with our main event, Cherisma Esteva with Performance Title, I'd like to introduce Jennifer Way. Jennifer is part of and mainly in charge of Transaction Coordinator for our company and pre-listing coordinator. Now, the reason why I brought Jennifer on today is because she brings us the connection between us and Performance Title and Cherisma. Every day, these two are talking about our transactions that we have going on an ongoing basis. So, with that being said, good morning, Jennifer.
Good morning, Rick.
So we had a busy week. We had a closing, and on top of that, we got a listing.
We did.
Yeah, it was very exciting to wake up to somebody that says they wanted to let us talk to them about guaranteeing the sale of their home, which we did. So we're looking down the road on this one. This one's going to be a great opportunity. It's going to be listed for $660,000. But, Jennifer, you know, you've been with us for about 4 years now. Quite frankly, we were very fortunate that you picked us. So can you tell us a little bit about yourself? What happened before you came into our lives?
Absolutely. So I am from Baltimore, Maryland, northern Baltimore County. My fiance / husband / I don't even know what to call him.
Tim?
Yes. My better half and I moved down here in Palm Beach County in the Jupiter area about 7 years ago and have not looked back since. We just could not handle the snow any longer. And I was fortunate enough to run into Rick and Carrie and started working for the Rick Kendrick team. And I've been with them for about 4 years now, and I am basically the transaction coordinator. I am the ringleader of the three-ring circus for the most part. So what I do actually is I help our sellers and buyers through the listing and contract process. There are tons of facets to the process that I don't think people really totally understand, particularly because buying or selling a home isn't something that you do every day. But fortunately, I have plenty of experience under my belt in getting you through the process as smoothly as possible. So Jennifer, you do come with a lot of experience. I mean, you come to us, you had probably about 12 years experience, worked with a couple real estate companies up north, right? I did.
You know, it's really great that you had that connection with the title companies, because there are two major functions that make a transaction very smooth. Number one is having a great title company. Number two, having a great lender. The 1-2 combination brings us a perfect, happy customer at the end. Now, why do we want that? Because that brings us more business at the end. But more importantly, when people are doing transactions, it can be a very stressful thing, right?
Absolutely.
And you talk to these people every day.
Every day.
And the situation is that when you talk to them, you have that personality to calm them down, which is really good. And then you pass it off to Cherisma, which I'm going to introduce here later, because she takes the bulk of the beating here when we're doing closings. And the title of our discussion, I'm going to be bringing Cherisma on it, the crucial role of title companies. What happens between contract and closings? Now, does that make sense? A lot of people, what's the first question they ask you, Jennifer, after they sign the contract?
I make my phone call to congratulate the seller or our buyer. The first question is, what's next? What do I do next?
So after the break here, okay? We're going to bring Cherisma on, and she's going to bring us down to the details of exactly what happened. And again, I hope listeners are listening to us and how detailed this is and how important having a title company as reputable as Performance Title. This is Rick Kendrick with Your Home Guaranteed Show. Listen, if you're looking to make a purchase or you're looking to put your place on the market, I would love to be able to interview for that job. My number is 561-901-3333. We'll be right back.
To schedule an appointment with Rick Kendrick to help you buy or sell your home, call 561-901-3333 or go to rickhasthebuyers.com. Rick will be right back with more of the Your Home Sold Guaranteed radio show here on News Talk 850 WFTL.
Hi, I'm Cherisma Esteva, Director of Operations and Licensed Closing Agent with Performance Title, your trusted partner in Florida. When the conversation with your realtor or mortgage broker turns to title insurance, make sure you ask for Performance Title. With over 17 years' experience, we've become a dedicated member of our community and a valuable resource to our clients. Join the Performance Title family today. Call me at 954-748-4890 or visit us online at performtitle.com. That's performtitle.com.
Hi, I'm Eric Rosemary, branch manager at Cross Country Mortgage in Boca Raton. If you're deciding which lender to trust, whether you're purchasing or refinancing, I would love the opportunity to work with you. Over my 20-year career, I've helped close to 10,000 families buy or refinance the place they call home. Despite what you're hearing about interest rates, you might be surprised at what we can do for you. Let's talk. Call or text me at 954-312-3104 or visit rosemarymortgageteam.com.
So you're trying to sell your home and you want the most money and you want to sell the home as quickly as possible, right? Hi, it's Jennifer. Then you need to call Rick Kendrick, the founder of Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty of Florida. He's been in business for 13 years. He has created success for more than 400 Florida families. So how does he do it?
We have well over 19,000 people in our database right now that have been pre-approved, ready to go to buy a home. Anybody right now that's listening that may want to sell their house, I may already have their house sold.
And you're going to guarantee this in writing, that you're going to sell my home for the price that we both agree on and a timeline that we agree on. And if not, you'll buy the house.
In writing. Guaranteed. Your home sold guarantee.
All you have to do is call Rick at 561-901-3333. That's 561-901-3333 or go to rickhasthebuyers.com. Get your home sold guaranteed. Call Rick Kendrick today. 561-901-3333.
If you're ready to buy or sell your home and would like to schedule an appointment with Rick, call 561-901-3333 or go to rickhasthebuyers.com. Now back to the Your Home Sold Guaranteed radio show and your host, Rick Kendrick.
All right, welcome back to the show. I'd like to introduce Cherisma, who is with Performance Title. Cherisma has been in the business for about 17 years now, is a licensed closing agent, and has worked mostly in the Florida area. She is married for about 12 years. She has 2 kids, 7 years old. What's the...
Elijah 7 and Ella 4.
Oh my gosh! So I don't know how you do this. This is like, my gosh, you have a full-time job and plus you take care of the young kids.
Yeah. Which is a full-time job too, right?
Exactly. Well, welcome to the show. We're very fortunate to have you. And I tell you, whenever we deal with Performance Title, it's like dealing with family, right? Mm-hmm. That's the way they perceive their business, and they treat it like a true business. And I've been in this business for a long time, 13 years. Okay, and we've dealt with many, many, many title companies, and I must say it's very. And you just see Jennifer smile when we say we're using Performance Title. You see Jennifer smile and go, "Oh, thank you very much," type deal. So welcome to the show.
Thank you. Happy Sunday, everyone.
Oh, it's a great day to be in paradise here in
sunny South Florida.
Sunny South Florida. So our title, and I thought this was true to fact what we need to be talking about, is, quite frankly, is what happens between Jennifer emailing that contract to you to closing. Can you kind of briefly tell us?
Sure. Well, first I'll say that thank God there's a Jennifer.
You're too kind.
Right? A transaction coordinator. that knows the true role of a transaction coordinator is priceless. And any seasoned agents listening will know that that's very true. And Rick and Carrie can vouch for this.
Yes.
It really is priceless. So a lot happens after contract and closing date. But the real beauty of it is that your buyer, your seller, other parties to the transaction, it almost feels so seamless. And that's what a great title company does. They create a synergy between all parties to move slowly, parallel through the process and get your buyer and seller to the closing table with a smile on their face, if nothing else.
Smiles bring more business. And number one, we're here to serve them. We want to give them second mile service. And it's very hard to find a title company that believed in the same thing. One of our code of ethics is second mile service. And the only way that we know we would do business with you over and over again is that you had that same philosophy. And your people, Becky, Cherisma, Christina, they all are there for you when you need them. And that's the big thing. And I say thank you very much. So these are the things, Jennifer, and you can jump in any time, but these are things that they ask us. So what is actually title insurance?
Right. So good question. Most people don't even think or know about title insurance. But when we'll do like a quick comparison. So you think about car insurance or life insurance, right? The easy way to explain it, those things protect you from any future event happening. Title insurance protects you as the owner of the property for anything back in time. So if you bought your home today, you closed today, anything back in time before you became the owner of the property, that's title insurance. It protects your interest, your ownership interest in your home from the moment you own property back in time. And that's important. That's very important because a home is a legacy. And you want to make sure that that's clean and clear of any title matters.
People do not realize that one product of title insurance creates, I would say, security to them, right?
Security.
Gives them the sense of, I really own this home. Right. And that there's not going to be anything popping up, right? Because things do pop up. And I say this because if you do not have a clear title, you're going to have issues at the end. Am I right?
Right.
So I know title insurance covers a lot of things, but what are the things that like kind of doesn't cover?
So title insurance protects you as the owner from a legal description error. So the property comes with a very specific description of where it's located. If that has a typo, right, the wrong block or the wrong lot or the wrong subdivision on the deed, title insurance protects you from that typo, that error. Judgments back in the chain of title, so judgments from a previous owner. An interest from a previous owner. Interest is somebody transferred the property to a family member. There was no title insurance at that time because they just quit claim deeded it to that family member. Title insurance will protect you from an interest.
Now, do you see why a title company such as Performance Title, we need them? I'll be honest with you. All I look at is making sure the contract is fully executed and the terms and conditions at the preliminary. What goes after that, I'm busy off doing other things, right? I'm busy doing other business, right? And then when people look at going to the closing table and they do see, sometimes they'll see a stack of papers. The reason why they're signing those is truly saying, I've entrusted you to do that. And that's the reason why we get excited and we smile every time we see on a contract it says Performance Title. Here's a crazy question. What is escrow? What do you do with escrow? Well, how's that handled?
So escrow, in terms of a contract, is the buyer's deposit and their intent to purchase a home. So if they're putting down $10,000 as escrow deposit, it's due in 3 days. Your title company wants to be aware of the timeline. They want to be aware of the amount. They want to make sure that they're in touch with that buyer and that amount is being deposited, that escrow is being deposited timely with the title company. So Performance Title, we're a liaison. We're creating a synergy between all the parties to make sure that those timelines are met and there's communication and there's not oops, I signed the contract, I forgot. I was too busy talking to the mortgage broker. I was too busy getting the inspection done. I forgot to make the deposit on time. Or we just had the holiday, 4th of July holiday. What happens if there's a holiday in the middle of my escrow being done?
These are all things, right? Right, Cherisma. These are all things that you police, that you take care of in our behalf. And critical things, getting title commitment, critical, making sure the escrow's into it. And it's going to you and not going to the buyer's agent or the listings agent to hold. Because quite frankly, if that happens, you just don't feel right. If it's in a mutual situation, like the title company, it makes too much sense. And we appreciate that. Jennifer?
So a question that I get quite often, and usually it happens a little bit further along in the process. Can you talk to us a little bit about exactly what an estoppel is?
Oh, that's a good question. It's a big word, but it's a big word, and it scares people because they don't hear it a lot. So in the course of a closing, right, contract to close, there are several searches that need to be done to make sure that title is clear come closing day. The estoppel search is a search with the association. So you want to make sure that you run a search with the association and you understand what dues need to be paid. Are they paid current? If there's any special assessments, if the buyer needs to get approval before we get to closing, that's a very, very important part of the process, especially when it comes to homeowners associations, which Florida has far too many.
Now I hope our listeners are beginning to understand the volume is involved in this and the security involved in you being involved in this transaction. So what would hold up a closing?
Some good things that have held up closings. Buyer not getting approval timely, not applying timely with the association. Your contract has a specific timeline, so a great title company, a great real estate agent is going to remind you of the deadline to apply with the association, making sure you're approved by before the close date.
See, these are things that a lot of times buyers and sellers do not realize. If you do not have a title company that's overseeing this on a daily basis, you will have closings holding up. We can safely say if Performance Title is doing the closing, we're going to close on time. Mm-hmm. And the factor is that brings ease to the buyer or the seller, because what they don't want to do is be stressed out, if they're stressed out, another week, right? Because it could go a week or 2 weeks. Right. We had one, and it wasn't you guys. It was another title company. We went 4 weeks after we were supposed to close. Yeah. Because two hours before closing, our buyer's doing the walkthrough, believe it or not, and the title company, 2 hours before closing, does a search on title and finds a lien. I couldn't believe it. In my 13 years experience, it's never happened. It's never happened with you guys, and I know for a fact that this would never be part of what you would do. Right. So we commend you whatever you do. So Cherisma, I know things come up when you're doing title search, and things like undiscovered liens and judgments, boundaries and survey errors. Errors in public records. Right.
Those are all great examples. I'll give you an example of something that happened recently. So there is an open mortgage from a previous owner, a bank that went out of business. They were taken over many years ago, right? 2002, taken over by another entity, another bank. That mortgage was not satisfied. It was paid off, but it wasn't satisfied in the public records. So in order to close and give clear title, you need that mortgage satisfied. But who's going to help you now? That bank is out of business or transferred their interest to another lender. There's a lot of research and we don't have access to the old system. So your title company and Performance Title Company specifically, we understand how to navigate that. We understand where to dig. We're sort of very good detectives and thinking outside of the box and helping, that bank understand, okay, here is what happened. Here is what we need you to do. And here's what we can do in the interim in order to make sure that we still close on time, because we have a buyer that needs to move. They have a new job. Their children are starting school. We have a seller that needs to sell and move on in order to purchase a new home. So you just don't have the luxury of waiting until somebody else someplace does the research for you. So in that case, we did an affidavit from our seller. We had the seller pulled up old records. They showed payments made to close out that mortgage many years ago. Dug up paperwork and came across that piece of paperwork saying, here is where I made the last payment when I did my refinance back in 2002. We called the bank as well. The seller was represented by an attorney, a separate attorney, and we called the bank as well for that seller.
This was your refinance?
No, this is a buyer-seller.
Okay.
But
Gotcha.
this is how involved you need a title company that understands. This is how involved they get. They don't say, we that's their problem, or let them go hunt it down. You kind of have to help them think outside the box and figure out what solutions, because you just don't have the luxury of time in many cases.
It is amazing to me. Again, you Jennifer, right? You start to hear, but we always know, that Cherisma and Becky are there to help us out wherever we go in making this happen. Here's the great thing. You know what they do is they do tell us straight up front, hey, Rick, I just want to let you know this is happening. Mm-hmm. I don't want to be surprised.
Right.
My buyer, my seller, they do not want to be surprised.
Right.
And that's the great thing. Sometimes I'm sure it's hard, Cherisma, to call me and say, hey, Rick, I just want to tell you, you got a little problem here, right? And we're going to resolve it for you.
Right.
And that's what we love about you, is that you guys, you go ahead and say, listen, don't worry about it. We're going to take care of it. It's going to take a little time, but we're going to resolve it and let you know when we get it resolved.
Right. Nobody wants to be caught off guard, right? Everybody needs to know what is happening, especially in the title portion of the process, the title search part of the process. Everybody needs to understand what you're dealing with and how you're going to resolve it. So there's just not a question about transparency. I think the key thing that performance title, I can say this with great confidence, is knowing that you have a solution. No one wants to hear just the problems. What are we going to do about it? What are you already doing about it? And if that doesn't work out, what's plan B? And maybe sometimes even plan C. We've closed transactions in 7 days, not even 7 business days, 7 days. We're doing one right now. We have closed sellers in Dubai. We do remote closing. So you really need a partner in a title company. You said this, Jennifer. You need to have a partnership with your title company. You need to have a partnership with your lender, partnership between agents on behalf of your buyer and seller, so that they can get to the closing table with that confidence. We're bilingual. We love first-time home buyers. So if you're a first-time home buyer listening, don't be scared. We understand what that's like. We've all been first-time home buyers. If you're an investor, we'd love the chance to work with you.
How about the new agents out there? Don't
love new agents. If you have no idea what you're doing and you're an agent,
you
please
need performance title.
Yeah, please come see us. We would love the chance to kind of arm you with what you need.
Okay, after the break, we're going to come back for more. So in order to get a hold of Cherisma, here's the number, 954-748-4890, or it's performtitle.com. We'll be right back.
To schedule an appointment with Rick Kendrick to help you buy or sell your home, call 561-901-3333 or go to rickhasthebuyers.com. Rick will be right back with more of the Your Home Sold Guaranteed radio show here on News Talk 850 WFTL.
So you're trying to sell your home and you want the most money and you want to sell the home as quickly as possible, right? Hi, it's Jennifer. Then you need to call Rick Kendrick, the founder of Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty of Florida. He's been in business for 13 years. He has created success for more than 400 Florida families. So how does he do it?
We have well over 19,000 people in our database right now that have been pre-approved, ready to go to buy a home. Anybody right now that's listening that may want to sell their their house, I may already have their house sold.
And you're going to guarantee this in writing, that you're going to sell my home for the price that we both agree on and a timeline that we agree on. And if not, you'll buy the house.
In writing. Guaranteed. Your home sold guarantee.
All you have to do is call Rick at 561-901-3333. That's 561-901-3333. Or go to rickhasthebuyers.com. Get your home sold guaranteed. Call Rick Kendrick today. 561-901-3333.
Hi, I'm Cherisma Esteva, Director of Operations and Licensed Closing Agent with Performance Title, your trusted partner in Florida. When the conversation with your realtor or mortgage broker turns to title insurance, make sure you ask for Performance Title. With over 17 years' experience, we've become a dedicated member of our community and a valuable resource to our clients. Join the Performance Title family today. Call me at 954-748-4890 or visit us online at performtitle.com. That's performtitle.com.
Hi, I'm Eric Rosemary, branch manager at Cross Country Mortgage in Boca Raton. If you're deciding which lender to trust, whether you're purchasing or refinancing, I would love the opportunity to work with you. Over my 20-year career, I've helped close to 10,000 families buy or refinance the place they call home. Despite what you're hearing about interest rates, you might be surprised at what we can do for you. Let's talk. Call or text me at 954-312-3104 or visit rosemarymortgageteam.com.
If you're ready to buy or sell your home and would like to schedule an appointment with Rick, call 561-901-3333 or go to rickhasthebuyers.com. Now, back to the Your Home Sold Guaranteed radio show and your host, Rick Kendrick.
Welcome back from the break. It's the final segment of our show. We're going to be highlighting our listing that we just took on yesterday. This is not even on the market, so to speak. It's a 4-bedroom, 2-bath out in Loxahatchee, Westlake. Brand new house, 2 years old, dynamite. Beautiful home. It's going to be $660,000. It's not on the market yet. I just wanted to give everybody a little catch on that. If you're out there considering a sale or want to consider entertaining an offer from one of our buyers, just to let you know, we can match you up. So if you're out there looking for a home, believe it or not, we have probably 20,000 people in our database right now. If you're looking to sell, we may already have somebody to purchase your home, okay? But just to let you know, we have this Go Serve Big mission. We're part of a couple big charities in the West Palm, North Palm Beach area. We're looking to raise $25,000. We're big into Little Smiles. Now, I don't know if you're familiar with Little Smiles. Little Smiles are kids who are bedridden in hospitals. They need entertainment and they need toys and things like that. For each transaction that we do, we donate a portion of our proceeds to Little Smiles. The other one it's called Law Enforcement Assistance Foundation. These are retired policemen who need assistance, and they're part of this charitable organization, and we just started with them. I'm really excited about it. The initials are LEAF, L-E-A-F. I really encourage you to get online and take a look at this. And I guarantee you, it's for a good cause. We want to thank you for taking time to listen to us today. This is Rick Kendrick with Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty, serving the Southeast Florida coast. Our network extends across the country and even in Canada. I'd like to thank my special guest, Cherisma, with Performance Title. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Rick.
By the way, you can get in contact with her at 954-748-4890. And again, her website is performtitle.com. Hey, listen, thank you for enjoying us. Have a good Sunday.
You've been listening to the Your Home Sold Guaranteed radio show with broker owner Rick Kendrick. Heard every Sunday morning here on News Talk 850 WFTL. Rick's company name is his promise. Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty. To speak directly to Rick about buying or selling your home, call now to schedule an appointment. 561-901-3333. Or visit rickhasthebuyers.com. And mark your calendar to join Rick again next week at the same time for the Your Home Sold Guaranteed radio show here on News Talk 850 WFTL.